Hey guys, it's Oku here with the ultimate guide for Marvel Rivals. Whether you're a seasoned player or just getting started, learning about each hero is the key to dominating your lobbies. In this video, we're breaking down one essential tip for every hero, helping you get started on being a better flex player or deciding on who to main. We've curated the most important tips for each hero to give you a baseline for what to expect when playing them. If you find this video helpful, consider subscribing. You can always undo it later. Drop a like, all that jazz. But never mind, let's go right into it. Starting with Vanguard. Bruce Banner / Hulk. The key to mastering Hulk is movement. Always use your spacebar jump to stay mobile, diving between the enemy backlines and your team. Hulk is at his best when he's constantly repositioning, soaking up damage, and disrupting enemy formations. Time your cooldowns wisely to maintain your HP and keep pressure up. He excels at countering other meta tanks like Doctor Strange and Magneto, since he can effectively ignore half their kits. Captain America. Cap plays a flexible role, capable of disrupting the enemy backline while also protecting his own team. His mobility allows him to quickly engage and disengage, making him effective at pressuring high-value targets like healers and high-damage dealers. Use him to create openings and support teammates when they are under pressure. Doctor Strange. A strong all-rounder, Doctor Strange fits into most team compositions. His primary fire is slow, so mix in melee attacks when enemies get close, and use his shield strategically to control space. Good positioning will allow you to make the most of his abilities. Groot. Groot's walls are not just for defense. When awakened, his small walls deal extra damage to enemies nearby, and his large walls grant him extra shields whenever you or a teammate deal damage. Use them to block enemy movement, protect your team, and create opportunities for follow-up plays. Magneto. Magneto is best played as a denial tank. His bubbles can protect supports and isolated teammates, acting as a barrier against burst damage. Since his barrier is timer-based rather than damage-based, use it to absorb big ultimates or control key choke points where other tanks might struggle. Penny Parker. Penny's webs can hide her mines, making them invisible and indestructible. When setting up your traps, you can chain up to 3 webs together to extend the reach of your spider bots. This can make certain areas incredibly dangerous for enemies to traverse. Thor. Thor's hammer throw deals significant damage, and his lightning form provides strong burst potential. Keep moving and stay aggressive to maintain pressure on your opponents, but also be mindful not to overextend beyond where your supports can see for too long. Venom. Venom is a disruptive force in the enemy backline. Focus on pressuring supports and damage dealers while keeping an escape route available. Save your swing as an escape tool rather than an engagement tool, using walls or high ground to surprise opponents with his dive. Okay, that's all for tanks right now. We're going to go over duelists now. Black Panther. Black Panther relies on agility and positioning. Use walls and high ground to reposition constantly and avoid direct engagements. His mobility allows him to weave in and out of fights effectively, so use that to your advantage. Black Widow. Black Widow excels in taking off angles and killing isolated targets. Her strength lies in eliminating key enemies before they can react, so be patient and wait for the right moment to strike. Her kick plus grapple can stun enemies, so keep that in mind. Hawkeye. Charge your passive on tanks in close range, then use that extra damage to eliminate squishy backline heroes. Accuracy is key, so take the time to land your shots effectively. Hela. Hela is strong at a long-range poke, but lacks mobility. Maintain mid-range positioning and use cover to stay safe. Her finishing power is excellent, so look to confirm kills on weakened enemies. Iron Fist. Iron Fist is a dive-heavy hero who excels at isolating and eliminating targets. His parry ability is crucial. It blocks all damage, grants bonus attack power, extra health, and reduces incoming damage. Timing it correctly can turn fights in your favor. Iron Man. Iron Man players should be self-sufficient with healing, as supports may not always look up to heal them. Grab health packs when needed or drop down for healing. When using his ultimate, fire it from mid-range, as the slow projectile speed makes it easier to dodge from long distances. Magik. Avoid overextending when playing Magik. It's easy to get caught up chasing a kill, but sacrificing yourself for a single elimination is rarely worth it. When using her ultimate, Dark Child, be mindful that the transformation takes a moment and can be interrupted. Activate it behind cover before engaging. Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic can play as both a DPS and as an off-tank, depending on which form he's in. When using his ultimate, try to position in areas with low ceilings to shorten the time it takes to slam back down. Moon Knight. Don't just aim at your Ankh. Enemies near it will still get hit, but directly hitting opponents allow for headshot damage, increasing your total damage per second. When activating his ultimate, immediately throw an Ankh to pull enemies to the center and maximize your damage output. Namor. Hide your turrets in unexpected places like around corners, on rooftops, or anywhere difficult to spot but with a clear line of sight. Take advantage of his 40-meter range to maximize effectiveness. Psylock. Use her invisibility as an escape tool rather than a positioning tool. Her dashes should be used for positioning instead. Her right-click ability is her primary damage dealer. Always try to land it as it deals high damage and grants bonus health when you connect. Scarlet Witch. Try to activate her ultimate from behind cover or in unexpected spots to catch enemies off guard and maximize its impact. Spiderman. Disable auto swing for better control. Spiderman is best played as a hit and run hero, picking off enemies and disengaging before taking too much damage. Squirrel Girl. Her kit is simple but effective. Spam your ultimate often since you get it back quickly, and control choke points with her abilities. Starlord. Starlord excels in 1v1 fights. Use his dodges to reload and avoid damage while maintaining pressure on opponents. He thrives in off-angle fights and controlling high ground. Storm. Her passive ability has a height limit of about 15 meters from the ground. Staying too high in the air means your team won't benefit from it. The Punisher. Uses heavy firepower to control engagements and suppress enemies. His ability set allows him to deal with multiple threats very efficiently. Winter Soldier. Bucky is a close-range brawler. His hooks can isolate targets. Aim slightly to the right for more consistent grabs. Wolverine. Before diving in, use your E ability to reduce incoming damage. His leap grab doesn't require you to be facing an enemy, just in contact with them. So keep that in mind when you're trying to kidnap anybody. Okay, on to strategists. Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock's biggest challenge is managing his cooldowns. Save Soulbound to counter ultimates, or save key teammates. Always keep at least one heal available for yourself in case you get dived. Aim at your feet when healing to ensure you recover health. When using his ultimate, place it in a safe spot rather than in the open, and focus on reviving key teammates rather than attempting a risky full team resurrection. Cloak and Dagger. Always try to keep enemies blinded when available. Remember that when Cloak goes incorporeal, they cannot contest the objective. Many games have been lost due to this oversight in overtime. Invisible Woman. Similar to Cloak and Dagger, when you are invisible, you do not count as being on the objective. Stay visible when needed to keeping the objectives moving efficiently. Jeff the Landshark. Jeff is a strong hybrid DPS support with excellent mobility. He can be incredibly difficult to kill if played properly by using his bubbles on himself and diving at the right moments. Loki. Enable the confirmed selection setting for his ultimate. It ensures you don't mistakenly copy the wrong hero. Loki excels at denial when using his black crystals and high burst heal potential to deny enemy plays. Luna Snow. Her ultimate has a slight delay when switching between healing and damage, which can make her vulnerable while in damage mode. Keep in mind that her ultimate can be blocked by obstacles, including enemy shields, so be mindful about where you're positioned on the field. Mantis. After hitting her sleep, you have a short window to land 1 or 2 attacks before the target wakes up. When using her orbs, prioritize damage on DPS and healing on tanks to maintain optimal team efficiency, of course assuming nobody needs immediate healing. Rocket Raccoon. Rocket's BRB can be recalled at any time, reducing the cooldown to only 5 seconds. If it's in danger of being destroyed, recall it manually to avoid wasting it. If an opponent destroys it or it gets consumed, it gets put on a 45-second cooldown, so keep that in mind. Okay, that wraps up our 1-tip guide for every hero in Marvel Rivals. Let me know your favorite tips in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to help us grow. See ya.